Many decades ago, I was driving down the road in the mountains, and unfortunately my car broke down near a monastery. I went inside and knocked on the door. A monk opened the door, and I told him my ordeal. My car had broken down, and if possible, may I stay the night? The monks graciously accepted me, offered me dinner, and even fixed my car. I was offered a small yet cozy room where I felt the stresses melting away. As I tried to fall asleep, I heard a very strange sound. The next morning, I asked the monks what the sound was, but they replied, "We can't tell you, you're not a monk." I was disappointed, but thanked them anyway and went about my merry way. Some years later, it so happened that my car broke down in front of the same monastery. The monk again accepted me, fed me, and again fixed my car. That night, I heard the same strange noise that I had heard years earlier. The next morning I asked what it is, but the monks replied, "We can't tell you, you're not a monk." Frustrated, I replied, all right, I'm dying to know. If the only way I can find out what that sound was is to become a monk, I'll become a monk. Now how do I do that?" The monks replied, "You must travel the earth and tell us how many blades of grass there are and the exact number of sand pebbles. When you find these numbers, you will become a monk." I set about this task, and decades later, I returned and knocked on the door of the monastery. I told them, "I have traveled the earth and have found what you have asked for. There are so many blades of grass and so many sand pebbles." The monk replied, "It is not the number which is important. What did you learn other than the two questions which were asked?" I replied to them, "Yes, I was mesmerized and humbled by the beauty of lifeless dirt giving life to the grass, and the pressures of the environment, heat and wind, breaking down the sand pebbles even further." The monks replied, "Congratulations, you are now a monk. We shall now show you the way to the sound." The monks led me to a wooden door, where the head monk said, "The sound is right behind that door." I reached for the knob, but the door was locked. "Really funny. May I have the key?" The monks gave me the key, and I opened the door. Behind the wooden door was another door made of stone. I demanded the key to the stone door. The monks gave me another key, and I opened the stone door as well, only to find a door made of ruby. I was getting frustrated, but yet tried to remain calm. I demanded another key from the monks who provided it. Behind that door is another door, this one made of sapphire. And so it went until I had gone through the doors of emerald, silver, topaz. Finally the monk said, "This is the last key to the last door." I was relieved to know that my search was finally reaching its end. I unlocked the door, turned the knob, and behind that door I was amazed to find the source of that strange sound. I was mesmerized by the beauty of what I saw, and yet the seductive sound gave me chills while soothing me. It was truly amazing. I wish I could share it with you, but I can't, because you're not a monk.